from The Economist. Donald Trump says immigrants are eating Springfield's pets. What? He repeated the bizarre and false claim in his presidential debate against Kamala Harris. There is no better example of what the corporate press is than we called a bureaucrat who said it wasn't happening, therefore it's confirmed. Because I got a video for you guys. From Nick Sorter, Justin, a resident of Springfield, Ohio, told a reporter he witnessed Haitians in a van capturing cats, claiming they were going to eat them. Here you go. Now, I'm going to say this right away. I am not saying this is true. I don't know if I believe this guy's story, okay? I'll put it this way. I am neutral as to whether this guy's telling the truth. I don't know. I'm not going to impugn his honor. It's a guy who got interviewed and said he saw it happen. There are numerous interviews from people saying they see pigs getting decapitated, chickens, birds being, ducks being taken. And there are reports of people saying they've heard about pets being taken as well. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But you decide. City manager, corporate press, or local resident, you'll have to pick for yourself.
We've lost a whole bunch of cats. There was a van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually?
Yeah.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
So a van was collecting cats and eating them.
I watched it happen, yeah. Watched them get pulled over with the cats and admit to the police that they was eating them.
You're not joshing with me.
No, I'm almost 50 years old, buddy. You don't
mess around.
No. We've lost.
So I don't know if I believe that. It's
I
tough
don't
to
believe that he's almost 50 because I'm almost 50 and I look better than that guy.
But we do have this.
It's not about looks. It's about policy.
Hold on. There's more. From the Post-Millennial, Haitian migrants capture geese in Springfield, Ohio. Police report. I'm sitting here. I'm riding on the trail. I'm going to my orientation for my job today, and I see a group of Haitian people. There's about 4 of them. They all had geese in their hands. It appears that there is a component of truth to the story that there are, with 15 to 20,000 Haitian migrants, that they're capturing animals. We have a police report here, Post-Millennial reporting. Who did? David reported this, David Creighton, that there's a police report obtained by the Federalist of someone saying they're capturing geese. We're now seeing on X these liberal pundits being like, what's wrong with hunting geese? Mm-hmm. And I love this. Conservatives' response is, we finally got liberals okay with hunting.
Yeah. Right? I mean, I think part of the issue with this whole, cat pet Haitians thing is that it really is like a cultural cognitive dissonance. So you have leftists saying they can't possibly be eating pets because eating pets is bad and they're immigrants and immigrants are good and they would never come in and eat our pets. But for people who do eat cats, which as we were discussing pre-show is a thing in plenty of places, eating cats or dogs or pigeons or whatever else, the people who do those kinds of things, and that's part of their cuisine, don't think that there's anything wrong with them for the fact that they're doing that. They don't think that this is a bad thing. What we have here is probably a situation where we have a lot of illegal immigrants, and in this case, refugees from Biden's refugee program with his very specific countries, Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and Haiti, where you could just come in. Yeah, and there's no incentive for them to assimilate, and there's no incentive for them to, become part of American culture or American or adopt American values.
You may be wondering, my friends, do Haitians eat cats? It seems like a crazy story. Here's what you do. Take a look at this. You go to Google. I asked the question, do Haitians eat cats? Now, I want to stress this. I am not meaning to disparage Haiti. If it is that they eat cats in Haiti, I don't know. Different cultures eat different kind of animals. I don't think we're fans of that, but okay. We recognize other countries can do whatever. We're America. We do America stuff, all right? I went to Google. I clicked tools and set a custom range. I only want to see search results from before August 1st, 2024. That gives us a month lead time before this story became prominent. I could probably say September. What's the first? From 2 years ago, Haitian girl crashing at my house talked about eating cats. Just below that, August 18th, 2015. I went to Haiti and was served stewed cat. Here's one from 2011. Do Haitians eat cats and dogs? This one says, no, they don't, right? This one also says they don't.
No, Haiti Report says they contrary to...
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. It says they don't eat cats because they're poor. They eat cats because it's tradition. So this is from March 27th, 2019 from Haitian Report. Do they eat cats in Haiti? They say it's a practice exclusively known to a select group of Haitians found mostly in some countryside villages. And it's part of, what did it say? It's part of a celebration or something? What does it say? Contrary to popular belief, they don't eat cats because they're poor. They eat because of tradition. The practice of eating cats in Haiti is not a new habit, but an old tradition started at the time of slavery. For instance, when runaway slaves hunted, killed, and ate wild cats deep in Haiti's forest and treacherous mountains many years before Haiti became a nation. So the practice of eating cats is just as old as Haiti itself. They say, Haitians eat cows, goats, sheep, chicken, pork, but cat meat is a delicacy that many from the countryside can't resist. Having a réveillon without a cat is like celebrating Thanksgiving without a turkey. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's true. Maybe the website's fake, I guess. Yeah. But I'll tell you this. I did a search several different ways and several different times, and I found numerous posts verifiably. I mean, this one right here. This is from 3 years ago. Haitian girls talks about eating cats in Haiti. All right? Here, what is this one? 12 years ago, I went to Haiti and was served stewed cat. I can confirm the meat is really delicious.
Ugh.
So this is the crazy thing. The media is saying it's false. Haitian migrants are not eating cats. It's like, okay, well, I went on Reddit and found 10-year-old posts of people saying they eat cats in Haiti. There are now 20,000 Haitians here in Ohio. So if you were to come to tell me, well, two things. One, there are reports of them eating cats. And two, they're now here in Ohio. If you then said it's possible and probable that they eat cats in Ohio, I'd say, okay.
I think part of the problem the liberal mainstream media is having is they don't want to go with well, it's a cultural thing. In that culture, it's okay, because we would say, but it's not a part of our culture. And if you're going to be in America, we don't treat them that way. And we can acknowledge that people's attitudes towards pets, even in America, have shifted, right? I saw this video of this like really nice old like lady, you know, she's holding someone's new kitten. She's like, "That's so cute." You know, when I was a kid, we used to drown kittens because there were just so many of them, right? Like our culture supports pets in a way that I think maybe other, especially impoverished countries, doesn't.
But also,
I don't
some of these things are no. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna. But I don't think that the problem that I have with all of this is they keep going, like the debate the last night. They're like, well, we talked to the city manager and he says no. We are also, America is the culture that had to have the if you see something, say something report. I mean, there are a lot of people who might see people capturing pets and dogs or geese or whatever and be like, I don't really want to get involved with this situation. I just know that it'll end badly for me or no one will believe me. I don't think that one city manager saying we haven't had any reports is actually as reliable. I actually think this is one where you have to ask the townspeople, have there been big changes since this influx of people from Haiti have arrived?
And you could ask a lot of those people who were at the city council meeting in August, where clips from that city council meeting were going viral, like the guy saying that they were just picking up geese out of the parks and cutting their heads off. But the thing too about like this eating, you know, pets or dogs or cats or whatever, it was just a couple of years ago at the Post Millennial, we broke a story about, you know, an animal rights activist calling for the Minister of Infrastructure and Communities in Canada, because you have that, Catherine McKenna, to apologize because there were videos showing that she was eating a dog in Indonesia in the 90s and bribing her way into a cockfight. So it's not like an unusual thing. It's what's happening here is that Americans who believe themselves to be relativists are looking at this story saying this couldn't possibly be true because I think it's horrifying. Mm-hmm. And the people who are perhaps doing this thing don't think it's horrifying.
And if it is true, there's now a cultural hierarchy, and that's a huge problem for the left. Our culture,
even though that is what they keep advocating for with this, you know, this incinerated border.
Yeah, our culture eats cats as part of this voodoo tradition, and that's our culture. And we can't say that. No, that can't be your culture, because all cultures are equally good. Mm-hmm. And I find that repugnant, so therefore you're not possibly doing it, so therefore they don't eat cats. And if they are eating cats, well, then we're acknowledging some cultures are better than other cultures, right? There are cultures that used to bind women's feet.
Well, I was going to talk about, there were a bunch of laws that
culture.
came out in Michigan where they had to specifically go out and ban female genital mutilation. Yeah. And I remember reading one report that was like, this is anti-trans, and then actually no one talked about it anymore because it was about the immigrant communities that had, you know, for whatever reason, whether it's through legal or illegal immigration, arrived in that country and had different practices that in America we don't believe in. The West doesn't support these things, but that doesn't deny that other countries might have different value systems that say this is actually okay and traditional.
Yeah, and the new culture of Afghanistan, now that we have evacuated so precipitously, doesn't allow women to talk in public, leave the house in public. That's their culture. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to say, well, all cultures are equally beautiful, well, then we have to accept that that's totally fine. And then we're going to to start importing that en masse, which we are doing. So there's a huge problem with cultural relativism here because the left has to push that we're all equally good. And quite frankly, not all cultures are equally good.
And it's
It is
not
it is a cultural relativist thing. And I've talked to feminists from the Middle East and Indonesia who are saying, where are the American feminists? Where are the feminists of the West who are, going to stand up for us as we're forced to wear certain kinds of restrictive clothing, as we're forced to not be educated, as we're forced to have to cover our hair if we don't want to.
Yep.
You had all these protests in Iran a couple of years ago. Where were the American feminists standing up for these women? They were nowhere to be found because they say, oh, that's just their culture. We're going to be okay with their culture. It's a relativist situation, and then that's how
Well,
you
women
end up,
in the culture are like,
Right.
we don't like
we
this.
don't like this. Please help us. And that's how you end up with a situation where you have trans activists for Hamas claiming that, in Palestine, in Gaza, whatever you want to call it, being trans is part of liberation. And it's like, no, being trans in Gaza will get you killed.
Yeah.
Having an abortion in Gaza is completely illegal. The husband has to be aware of it. It has to be like this whole thing. It's super restricted. It's not really a possible thing. So they make up all of this stuff. So you have a left that makes up values to apply to other cultures because they want it to be true.
You guys want to eat snapping turtle?
No,
We got some.
you won't eat a cupcake, but you'll eat
No, I can't eat that either because it's got soy sauce and sugar and stuff in it. Yeah, so we got kangaroo, alligator. What else is in there?
Is that
Snake?
big stack of jerkies out there?
Yeah.
I didn't even get a chance to look at it.
I have a problem with the Haitians eating, culturally, I have a problem with the Haitians eating goose now because goose is a Christmas meal, right? Like you should not be eating goose in the summer. And so culturally, look, if you're going to live here in America, you should wait until at least winter to have goose.
Sure, of course.
That's right. Yeah.
The Christmas
That's what it's
goose, right? There's a proper way to
There's
do
this,
it.
Or you wait until they're in season and you're allowed to hunt them because otherwise they're protected federally. And the issue is that, like the old passenger pigeon, they'll go extinct
Yeah.
if everyone just hunts them. They'll disappear. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.